Yeah. I'm gonna jump in real quickly. Because I need to check something with the preview. Because I think it's not active on the normal layout, so... Oh shit, I forgot. No. And also I need to remove this. There we go. Oui, il y a la chanson, ouais. Alright. We're just gonna check that for like 15 minutes. Then we talk about it a tiny bit and I'm out. So I hope your day is going well. I'm sorry for yesterday. Should have been live, I wasn't. I'm a bad streamer. I really don't feel like going live, I guess. I can say that.
Drivers, start your engines. Welcome to the Mario Kart World game, available exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. What kind of races await you? In Mario Kart World, you'll aim for first place in each Grand Prix. But why stop there? Across cities, plains, a desert, and even the ocean, you can drive virtually everywhere in this fully interconnected world. Races are held on courses scattered throughout various regions that span this world, and you can freely drive between them. There's a lot in store, and we're only at the starting line. Let's introduce some of the courses that are waiting for you. Here we go! Courses are found throughout the world, inspired by their surrounding region. Let's take a look at some of the new courses to explore. Ride the ridges and roads on Mario Brothers Circuit. And cruise the curves around the canyon. You can't miss it. See the sights and structures of Crown City. You can even soar in style down Main Street. Drift along the rapid waterways of Salty Speedway and make a splash around the city's canals. Stay cool in the snowy trails of Starview Peak. Just don't slip off while soaking up the scenery. Have a spirited showing at the ghostly movie theater Boo Cinema. It's a whole new kind of drive-in theater. And in addition to lots of new courses, there's Toad's Factory, Peach Beach, Wario Shipyard, and more. Nostalgic courses from past titles are also here. But now, they're reimagined and spread throughout the world, where races can happen during the day or at night. Race as familiar characters like Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, and Yoshi. Plus, new drivers like Goomba, Spike, and that's right, Cow. Even more new racers are waiting and ready to roll. Select your character, choose your vehicle, then you're off to the races. Characters and vehicles each have different stats, so make sure to find the combo that best suits you. There are two main styles of race revving up in this world: Grand Prix and Knockout Tour. In both modes, up to 24 drivers can participate, the most in series history. Your rivals aren't the only hazards you'll need to avoid on the road. Look out for cars that shoot bullet bills, attacks from Hammer Brothers, and other obstacles along the way. Try to steer clear. And now, get ready for Grand Prix with Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup, and more. Grand Prix races are held all around the game's world. You'll race through 4 different courses in each cup and aim for the top spot. In Mushroom Cup, you'll start off racing around Mario Brothers Circuit, while the second race will take you from Mario Brothers Circuit to Crown City. For the first time, you'll need to drive yourself to the next course in Grand Prix, so don't sleep at the wheel. And if you conquer all Grand Prix Cups, rumor has it that a certain colorful course will appear. Next up is a new mode, Knockout Tour. From Golden Rally to Ice Rally and more. These extended races take you from one end of the world to the other. Get ready for a sprint. But you've got to place if you want to stay in the race. Speed towards checkpoints throughout the world. If you don't make the cut, you're out of the running. Buckle up. The competition gets more intense as you close in on the checkpoints. You've got to drive to survive in Knockout Tour. So keep your eyes on the prize and aim for first place. Items can drastically change the outcome of a race. Here are some new items that'll help you out. Coin shell. When you throw a coin shell, coins will appear. Now's your chance to grab them. Just don't let your rivals cash in first. Ice flower. With the ice flower, you can freeze out rivals and send them spinning. Hammer. Aim the hammer in an arc and nailed it. Hammers also stay on the course for a short time and can be used to block off rivals. Mega Mushroom. With the Mega Mushroom, go big so your rivals will go home. Feather. Use the feather to jump up and avoid attacks. You may even discover some unexpected routes. Comet. With Comic's magic, your rivals will transform. What other mysterious effects will happen? You'll have to see for yourself. The lower your placement, the more likely you are to find items that'll turn the tables. So when you get items, go for it! And if you're new to the Mario Kart series, there are added support features to help you along the way. These include Smart Steering, which helps you stay on the course. Tilt controls, where you can hold a Joy-Con 2 controller horizontally and use motion controls to steer. And if you have the Joy-Con 2 wheel, you can feel like you're really driving. Ooh, how about a quick break? A snack sounds good right about now. Hey, look, it's a drive-thru. Here at Yoshi's, you can grab an order to go. Dash food. Take a bite and you can unlock outfits inspired by your meal. Eat some sushi and whoa, nice threads. Once unlocked, these outfits can be selected from the character selection screen. Who knows what dishes or outfits you'll find? Make a pit stop and check out these drive-thrus all around the world. That was a nice detour. Now let's get back to the action. Let's introduce some new tricks that'll help you ace each race. Charge jump. You can now use a charge jump by holding the drift button while driving straight ahead. Charge and release to jump. Use this to leap over obstacles. Grind along power lines. And dodge attacks from your rivals. And if you jump toward a wall, you can wall ride for a short period of time. Chain some tricks together, and you may even reach places like this. Ah, so close. Almost there. Whenever this happens, be kind and rewind. This will return your vehicle to its original position. Nice, made it. This can come in handy when mapping out how to best approach a course. Keep in mind, though, your rivals will still move normally when you rewind, so don't lose your lead. Want to take a spin in even more races? In time trials, it's you against the clock. Here you can race without any other competitors. And if you go online, you can download and compete against ghost data from racers around the world. Customize the rules of the road in Versus Race. You can use the classic rule set of running 3 laps within the same course, or you can choose to drive the distance from one course to another. You can even take the road less traveled and choose routes that aren't in Grand Prix or Knockout Tour. Up to 24 drivers can now compete in 2, 3, or even 4 teams. Group up and get ready to put the pedal to the metal. Next up, Battle Mode. Pop off locally or online in Balloon Battle. Use items to burst your rivals' balloons. Pop them all and your rivals out. And Coin Runners, where you can go for the gold by collecting the most coins. Race or battle, enjoy whatever drives you. When you're not racing, you can enjoy free roam and go wherever your heart takes you. No roads? No problem. Ride the rivers. See the seas. Drive the desert. Or jump off from way up here. You can go wherever you like, even to the edges of the world. Hey, there's a P-switch over there. Hit hundreds of P-switches you find across the world to start missions. By completing them, you can hone your driving ability outside of races. There are also hidden coins, hidden panels, and more. So take the scenic route and explore. Also, during free roam, you can take photos whenever you like. Strike a pose. Look at the camera. Choose a frame to decorate and nice. That one's a winner. If one person has Mario Kart World, up to 4 players can race in split screen on the same system. The game also supports local wireless play. Up to 8 players, with up to 2 players on each system, can race together this way. And up to 24 players from around the world can join a race or battle in online play. This may look like free roam, but this is where you'll wait while your friends join you. Looks like someone's arrived. Yep, you can meet up with your crew anywhere in this world. By checking the map, you can quickly see where your friends are and travel to their location. Battle or race with custom rules. Or just go for a ride together. Make this road trip your own. You can also take photos together along the way, if that's more your speed. With Game Chat, enjoy an expanded experience by talking online with friends. Use the built-in microphone to voice chat while driving together.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Check this out. Nice. Are you kidding me? All right.
Or take a back seat and watch each other's game screens. If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 camera, you can enjoy seeing your friends' reactions while playing together. Who's close by? Wait, who just passed me? You'll be able to tell in an instant. Aim a shell and bullseye. And when playing together in person on the same system, a single camera can detect up to 4 people's faces. Enjoy the view and get ready to face off with your friends. A transcontinental race around the world is just around the corner in Mario Kart World, available exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. A hardware bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World will also be available.
Okay. No, I wasn't talking because I was watching and gathering my thoughts. So with that being said, I didn't pick up on that before, but why the crap is the thing? Okay. I was hoping I could show. Oh, you're just talking about the circus. Okay. But I was hoping I could show the map real quick. There we go. Is it me or is it looking kind of familiar? I mean, think about it, right? You have a volcano to the top left. You have a desert to the bottom left. You have the castle dead center with the forest above it. You have a big mountain top right. with a more plain looking thing bottom right. Where have I seen that map before? Yeah, maybe with like those two swapped, but where have I seen that map before? I think I've seen the same kind of map layout, again, with the two mountains swapped, but the same kind of mountain of map layout. I've seen that in Breath of the Wild. I think it's the same map, just with the two mountains swapped. But from what I can remember, the volcano is supposed to be there, if I'm not stupid. But the desert is definitely bottom right, yeah. The castle is definitely centered. It's a bit higher, but like it's definitely centered. Above the castle there's the forest. Well, you can see there's a forest here, of some sort. There's a more plain looking thing. There's more of a wasteland, but like there's a bit of a plain thing. Yeah, like I've seen that. There's even an island off the coast here. That's not attached to this, because you have an island here, but it's attached. You have some kind of like island looking thing, but it's attached as well. Like, you even have an island that's not attached to anything, that's off the coast of the bottom right of the map. That's something I didn't pick up on the first one, when we saw the trailer. I just thought of it, like literally right now. And I think it just, again, it's kind of the same map if you swap the volcano and the mountain here. Yeah, that's the same layout, not the same exact map, but that's the same layout, yeah. So if I remember correctly, the volcano is on the right, in the Zelda. I might be wrong though. Okay, I haven't played Breath of the Wild in a while, and I haven't touched Tears of the Kingdom just yet, so I don't remember the map, how it looks. So yeah, but it's funny how the two maps look very alike, basically. Anyways, that was just a random thought, real quick. So, we've learned that, well, not much. That's what we've learned. We've seen some of the courses. It's fun. That's cool. We also know that, well, Toad's Factory, but that, or Peach Beach. But that's not what I was mentioning. That's the old Mario Kart circuits. Yeah, that's a better view of the map. Oh, that's literally a forest up here. Yeah? So yeah, like you have the castle down here, you have the forest. If you ignore the two mountains being swapped, you have the... Well, we have Mountain 1 and Mountain 2 that just swapped. You have the desert on the left. And the more plain with like a lot of water kind of thing here on the right. Again, with that island off the coast that's not tied to anything. Yeah, like that kind of looks like that looks like okay, that looks like Zelda, like in terms of layout, but the shape of the island reminds me of Fortnite. I don't play the game. Careful, I don't play the game. I don't like the game, but kind of looks like the thing. Kind of has the same shape. That's funny, but yeah. Forest with a swamp, yeah, exactly. So you have a forest with a swamp, you have an ice mountain, you have a volcano, you have a desert looking spot here, and you have the more plain with, again, it's a savanna down here, from what I can see on the map, but like a more like plain-ish looking thing, maybe more flatter than what's there, or like here. But yeah, you have like a more plain looking thing with a lot of water and an island out to the side of it. To the east side, you have the forest up top, above the castle itself, the center of the map. What did you expect me to say here? But yeah, like I think the two mountains are just swapped, that's all. The map and the castle is slightly lower, like it should be like here. But it's down here, but it's basically the same map, just with one swap and the castle relocated a tiny bit, but that's about it. Like it's funny how the two maps look alike if you pay slight attention to it. So yeah, so you have the courses and stuff, you have the characters, we don't care. Probably costumes are gonna be their own thing as well in the menu, which why don't you have like, I don't know, you select Daisy, you take the costume once you select the character, I don't know. Would be easier, yeah. It's just, yeah. Grand Prix, from what I can gather, there might be a way to do it the classic way, which is having all maps on 3 laps. I don't remember exactly what they said. So, but there might be this. There's the VS thing anyways, so we're good. And
now,
more.
Get ready for Grand Prix with Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup, and more. Grand Prix races are held all around the game's world. You'll race through 4 different courses in each cup and aim for the top spot. In Mushroom Cup, you'll start off racing around Mario Brothers Circuit.
I'm just wanting to know what there is to do here.
While the second race will take you from Mario Brothers Circuit to Crown City. For the first time, you'll need to drive yourself to the next course in Grand Prix. So don't sleep at the wheel. And if you conquer all Grand Prix Cups, rumor has it that a certain colorful course will appear.
Okay. So no, that said nothing. It's in the VS mode that you have the ability to just put like 3 laps on each track. They might be hiding some stuff to us still, so I wouldn't be surprised if you have the ability to do that. Like, say, okay, I want to play Grand Prix, but I don't want to play the sections like you have between the tracks, and I want to race 3 laps around each track in the Grand Prix. I wouldn't be surprised if that was that was possible. Maybe some of them I've seen, like the DK course, the old Donkey Kong, sorry, not DK, the old Donkey Kong course with the barrels and stuff. That one might be hard to do laps around, like it seems to be literally the end of a track, like just like some turns and stuff, so that one might be hard to make work as a lap thing. We've seen it like last time they had a direct when they announced that. We've seen that, so we kind of know how it looks, but yeah, like I think otherwise, maybe there's an option for that, but like it's not... I wouldn't say it's not really a priority, but like it's not... It's fine how it is currently. Especially, I will come back to it when we go back to free roam there. But especially when you see that in free roam mode you have a lot to do. Yeah, but again, I said the map makes me think of Breath of the Wild. What they added in free roam kind of makes me think of it as well. Like, it's little collectibles, it's little missions, it's little things you want to do. You will do because they're there. They're probably everywhere on the map, a bit like the shrines and the submissions and stuff. The side quests, yeah. So like, Sure, but I mean, as I mentioned with the map, we already have Breath of the Wild for that, so I mean, cool. And if you want to do it like this, do a Mario game, not a Mario Kart. Like, just do a Mario game like that. While you have the option to do like you do in Breath of the Wild, which is you have a main mission, which is free Peach or whatever you have to do, and you can go do that 15 minutes in if you want to. But then you have like 8 castles or stuff like this. You can get, I don't know, equipment or whatever. Or you free something that will help you against Bowser at the end. I don't know. Like, it could work. But yeah, like it's Mario Kart, sure. Why not? But I don't know, I would see it more like yeah, a Mario game in the style of Breath of the Wild, which is like you have dungeons that you need to finish to gain something out of it. Maybe you activate a switch that opens the door to shortcut your way through the castle at the end or something like this. And you fight the Koopalings or whatever you want to fight in the castle, the dungeons, right? But you can also just go straight to the end, and you would have to fight each Koopaling before you get to Bowser. Like it's and like basically the castle would have 7 towers plus like the 8th one, which is where the Bowser is. If you fight the Koopalings in the dungeons, they're not there. The door is already opened. You can just go through. You don't have to do the tower. If you fight them in the castle, you have to do the tower to open the door. It's like not much else you can do with this. As for collectibles, you can just put coins and items. But I just don't know an artworks like they do. They have done that with. Granted, it's not necessarily just Nintendo with this, but they've done this with the Rabbids game. They have put like chests with like artworks and stuff. That's very cool. There's also like the right coins and stuff like this. So there's some like puzzles on the map. It's not completely open world though, so yeah. But they can do it. They've shown they can do it, so why not? Like, let's say you start at, I don't know, either Mario's house or Peach's castle, and Peach gets kidnapped and you have to free her from the Bowser's castle, but Bowser's castle is closed until you visit all 7 other castles or whatever. Like, it's doable. They can do it in a way that would make sense, I think. It's just maybe hard to find other stuff to make to get Mario to do that would make the game fun, I guess. That's why they're not doing it. But yeah, that's doable. That's doable. Proof is Mario Kart. Remove the cart and you have the game. Like, just it's just that I don't know how they will make it so that it looks good, I guess. But if they stick to that map for the Mushroom Kingdom, they could definitely make a game with that. So yeah. Odyssey? Yeah, Odyssey is not open world. No. They're mini open worlds. Yeah. Like each kingdom is one, but it's not completely an open world because you have to go from one section to the other via the map. Whereas what I'm saying is that you could make a game that's completely open world that has 7 castles to beat to get to Bowser, or you can just go straight to Bowser, but you would have to fight 7 towers. And yeah, you just do that. the same idea as Breath of the Wild, but like with double the bosses, basically. Almost. Not quite. Like, Breath of the Wild is 4 bosses plus the final boss. This one would be 7 plus... Well, technically Kamek, you could make Kami, Kamek, whatever you want to call her, or them, a boss as well. So technically it's double, yeah, it's 8 plus the final boss. But Kamek would be in the castle at the end, just before Bowser. Like you would have a boss encounter with Kamek, then you would have a little stretch in the castle where you have to find your way to Bowser, then you fight Bowser once, then Kamek and the Koopalings pop back so that they can transform Bowser into Giant Bowser and you fight a second time. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's possible if you think about it. It's just very hard to think of stuff that you may do that would give you an edge or something, or would unlock something in general, like the shrines do in Breath of the Wild. Like Mario doesn't have a stamina wheel or something like this. Maybe you put one, but like it wouldn't work for Mario. So maybe you just give him like a better hammer or something like this, or access to fire flowers or what, like, but you need to think about that, but it's completely doable. It's completely doable. You already have the map of the Mushroom Kingdom there. Just use that with a Mario game. And that's it. You just add like 7 castles on the map somewhere with like little spots where you can fight boom booms and stuff like this. And on you go. As long as the rewards for like going through the castles and by beating the bosses is substantial enough that the player is like, oh, okay, I need to do that, then yeah. Maybe you need to fight them and you get an emblem part or something. Yeah, for example. Like maybe you have, they have 7 statues that you need to put on pedestals around the door, before the door, in the room on the door, to activate the door. And for that, you just need to fight them, and to do that, you need to go through like a suite of like 4 levels inside the castle, maybe? Or like around the castle. You need to find an entrance to the castle. For that, you need to go through a specific level. And then you would have to get through to that level through like another one that's dependent on the theme of the zone you are in. And maybe that level has a key you need to find in the first level. So you go through the first level, you get the key to open the second one, you get through the second one, to get access to, I don't know, an underground level that would go through to the castle at the end, and then you get to the castle and something like it would work. I don't know, it could work like that, but like it depends on what you get for this, other than like the key for the ending, and also what you do in each zone other than the levels themselves. Like, do you have like some additional challenges that would give you items and coins or something like this? Do you have shops that would give you like different outfits like you have in Odyssey, that depends on the theming of the zone, but also that could give you, well, no 1-ups, because why would you do that? But that would give you like energy points if you need to, or like maybe with coins you can upgrade some stuff like damage you do or something like this. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with this. It's just you have to have the right idea to do it. So sorry, I got caught in a tangent, but basically Can you not do that? So basically then you have the rallies, but like the knockout tours. I mean, that's a cool idea, but to see if like it's fun or not. That's what we need to do. Items, well, we have the coin shell. That's cool if you want coins very fast. If you get one, you can just throw it straight up, straight through here on a straight line and just follow the shell. Also, important here, but coins, whether other than maybe giving you a speed boost, are they important for something else? Like, do you have in free roam they might be important for, like, I don't know, a shop, for example. But like if you are in Grand Prix like this, can you get upgrades between between tracks? Or do you need, for example, 20 coins to open a specific shortcut? Because otherwise, if the coins are just for speed, why would you give me a coin shell? Like, it's just not fun. The other important information we have is that we're not limited to 10 coins. We've seen that in the trailer before. At some point, we've seen a coin count at like 15 or 20. So we know we're not limited to 10 coins. It's more than that. So if you don't do anything with those coins, why? Why don't you just stay stuck at 10 coins while the way you were doing it before? And you just don't do anything with it. If you're not doing anything with it, why even bother getting to, like, I don't know, 40 or 50 coins? It depends. If the speed gain from the coins is more gradual than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like the 10 coins we had in Mario Kart 8, then yeah, maybe getting more and more coins will go faster or something like this. Okay, sure. But if it's literally at 10, you're already maxed out, and anything you get above that does nothing, why would I even bother? I can just get like 12 or 13 coins to be safe on a hit, and like, I just go. I don't need to collect anymore, so like the gold shell doesn't do anything for me. So there has to be something to do with those coins. More than likely. Because otherwise, if they're completely useless, that's meh. That's okay. Little thing, I do think if you hit someone with an ice flower, while it doesn't freeze them in place, it's probably gonna give them the ice tire effect, which means they're gonna slide a bit more. It's gonna be a little less controllable. Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard and like it's just a reskin fire flower, but you know. From what we see, yeah, it is for now, but maybe there's like the sliding around of something, or like there is something for sure. More than that. Anyways, the hammer, that's cool that while you don't have to hit the characters directly, you don't have to hit the people directly with it. You can, but you don't have to, because they're sticking around a tiny bit, which means they can run into the hammer and just get damaged that way. So that's a little bit of a cool strategic thing, where if you check someone behind you, and you see they're a bit faster than you because mushroom or something, you can just block them outright with the hammer, because you can just throw the hammer and they just bonk into it, and that stops them. That's okay, but like it's... Sure, you can do that with a banana, but I mean... That's nice. Mega Mush? I mean... I'm gonna do my joke, but we're not in a secret room, so... But yeah, Mega Mush can allow you to probably run over people and just squish them, so... Yeah, well, we've seen it. I think right there they show you that they get squished. It's not surprising. That's the usual thing with the Mega Mush. The feather is more interesting because I don't think you could use the feather in Mario Kart 8 to avoid like shells and stuff. I don't remember. Like I think the red shells you just can't avoid them with the feather. Like you can avoid them with like a banana peel by drifting around. Like you can avoid blue shells by drifting. If you release the drift at the right spot. So yeah, a mushroom as well. But you would need to drift mushroom to just dodge. But yeah. Yeah, because you need to bait the blue shell into doing something so that like it just goes. But yeah, I've seen people dodge blue shells with like mushrooms and stuff, so that's not surprising. What's surprising is that the feather now allows you to dodge that kind of stuff. Maybe not the blue shell, because the blue shell comes from above, so you don't want to jump. But it's surprising that you can avoid red shells. I don't know if you could before. Again, I don't have a memory of like the feather being ever useful, but might be wrong. And you have Kamek that transforms people into stuff and adds random things on the track, depending on what they do. We know that they do add some stuff because of this. You see the charging chuck on the left here. That has been added because Kamek transformed everyone into a charging chuck more than likely. So yeah. And from what I've seen from people, it might be the way you unlock some characters, using Kamek to get the characters. Sure, why not? The bullet bill, of course. The lightning, of course, as always. Then the characters. Combo. Oh, right, the controls. Yeah. So you have the don't do anything and win anyways button, the options. Which is you can't fall and you don't have to press the accelerate button. Yeah, so like you can also tick I don't want to use items myself. Like basically you can tick all three of them and say okay, I'm just gonna turn and that's it. But I'm not saying it's a bad way of making some people play the games. People that are not used to playing games, you want to give them a number of controls that's as low as possible at the start. So here, the only thing you will have them do is just use the control stick. Because they don't have to press a button to accelerate. They don't have to know how to use the item. Drifting can come later. And smart steering is just stopping them from falling. So they can learn how to use the stick first, then you can give them the acceleration back. Still smart steering on if you want to, but like give them the accelerate back. Then teach them to drift. Then teach them to use items. And then remove the smart steering. And the people will have gone through the little curve slowly. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It could be an accessibility thing as well, mainly for like those two, right? Because some people might not have the use of their other hand, so maybe like ticking those two, well, we're good, because like now they can just concentrate on steering and stuff. They don't have to accelerate. That's a good thing. But yeah, those three options here, they're the options of like the very beginner that are very starting with the game, or like more accessibility things. But that's cool. Like, and what I said about smart steering stopping you from falling down, that's what they show here. Smart steering on just stops you from falling here. So basically, someone that needs to learn to play the game, if you tick all three of those things, they can just focus on driving around the track. They don't have to do anything. That's perfect. That's the first, again, that's the first step you want people to learn, or to control what they're doing on the screen. While you have a stick, use the stick. Then without changing anything here, you can teach them to drift, because that's a big part of Mario Kart. So you can teach them to drift, because that's the only button they don't have removed just yet in their control, right? So you can teach them to drift, and to add to that afterwards, you can remove the auto acceleration and tell them, okay, that button is to accelerate. And again, once they feel comfortable with everything, you can untick auto use items, tell them that button is for items. And then once they're completely comfortable with it, they know to play everything, you remove smart steering and you're done. Just telling them, careful, now you will fall if you go too far off. But that's a good thing. That's just a good thing. Tilt controls, the meme. Yeah, in Mario Kart Wii. So yeah, I don't care. The wheel, whatever. Sure. Free roam. Yeah, free roam. What's fun is that I think the food depends on why you use it or where you got it. Like you can clearly see, like, Peach is currently having some sushis and stuff. That's clearly Japanese or inspired, right? And you can see, like, there's a pagoda thing over there. Like, there's clearly, like, Japanese architecture around here. So that means the food thing you will find in free roam depends on where you are on the map. Also, we've seen pizza, of course. We've seen pizza, and of course it's with Luigi, not someone else. It could have been Mario, but like it's like, of course it's one of the two brothers that says, "Hey, you know what? I have a pizza with shrimps." But yeah. The other thing that's fun to me here is that the charge jump, and they show that, I think it's here, the charge jump can literally help you avoid a shell. I don't know if it works with the red shells, but if it does, that's one more defense against at least red shells. Blue, probably not, but that's one more defense against red shells. If you hear the red shell thing coming in, you can start a jump, a charge jump, wait for the shell to almost hit you and just jump over it. I think they show it, by the way, if I remember correctly. They show a lot of like the wall riding. Oh, right, this as well. Oh, whoops, I missed. Yeah, let's rewind. The thing is, the rewind here is useful if you want to use it on time trial, maybe? Or when you're exploring. But while you're doing a Grand Prix, it's completely useless because you're gonna lose your spots. Basically, it's not a full rewind, right? It's not a full rewind. It's a rewind only for you. If it was a full rewind, you would have all your opponents just go back as well. Here it's not the case. They just continue that stuff and you just go back. So I don't see it being useful in races unless you fall somewhere where you're stuck. But lucky too, but like... But I just don't feel like it's a useful thing mid-race. Although, in free roam, if it's available, I don't remember if they said that. In free roam, and especially in time trial, that might be useful. Because time trial, you're not fighting against anyone other than yourself. Other than unless you're online and you get a ghost like that, but we don't care about this. You're just fighting against yourself. Meaning you're not gonna get passed by someone. Meaning if you want to try something, you can rewind a lot. And then once you get it in your hands, you just reset, restart the course, just do the thing you were doing and you were testing and see if it's faster or whatever. But that's very cool for people that are trying to find new strats around a track, because now they can just, okay, I'm gonna try here. If that doesn't work, rewind, come back, try this instead. Like, find some stuff. If that works, do I have something that's faster somewhere else? If that's the case, rewind, try something else. Like, there's gonna be a lot of helping people in time trials if it's available in time trials. If it's only available in Grand Prix, for example, I just don't see it being useful. Unless you miss like a ramp for nothing. Like if you miss a ramp, you know it's a shortcut, but like the way you took the turn, you just can't turn enough. What you can do is just rewind a tiny bit, release whatever you are doing in the turn before you did release, and then just take the ramp, I guess. Like that could help, but other than this, I don't see it being helpful at all in Grand Prix, because you just lose your spots. So, like in mid-race, I don't see it being useful. But for strats, strat searching, sorry, it can be very useful, I would say. So yeah, like I don't mind. It's a cool feature, but like not mid-race. Mid-race is just useless. I don't see it being very useful mid-race, unless there's a bug with it. But I don't see it being useful. So yeah, time trials, I was mentioning it. So yeah, versus race with teams. Yeah, sure. Having four teams. Having also the options to do tracks, to play tracks, or the routes between tracks could be okay. If you're into like going from the one track to the other, could be okay. Yeah, teams, blah blah blah. Up to 4 teams. Yeah, sure. Balloon battle, yeah. That's a classic thing. Coin runners. I love coin runners, by the way. On Mario Kart Wii, that's the versus mode I was playing the most. With AI most of the time, but that's the mode I was using the most, because it's not like you have to kill your opponents. The thing you have to do is collect coins. So it's a more pacifist thing to do. You can still bring the mayhem and just throw items over the place. Just try to push people in holes and lava, but it's a more calm thing. So that's why I do like the fact that they put it back in. And then the thing I was mentioning earlier, free roam, which is sure, that's a cool thing. Now what are they gonna do to like make it interesting? Because I mean, there's like challenges, so that's cool. So you have small challenges and stuff, like driving's challenge. I don't know why my OBS is lagging. We're on VS, we are on Opera. It shouldn't lag, but okay. Medallions to find as well. Kinda smells like Korok seeds. You know exactly why I'm telling you that, by the way. I mentioned that at the start of the analysis a tiny bit, but yeah. Kinda smells like Korok seeds. They're gonna be hidden everywhere. You would have to find them, along with the question mark panels as well. Like those two things, I think, are what's gonna be the main collectibles of the game. So yeah, course, I have to just compare them to Korok Seeds, because I mentioned the map looks like the Zelda map, so, you know, of course, Korok Seeds. Please, Nintendo, don't put 900 things to collect, though, because, like, Korok Seeds were enough. Yeah, and then, like, the fact that you can do a lot of cool things with the pictures, right? Tilt it, change the pose, put a frame and stuff. Like, that's cool. The picture is fairly cool, yeah. Yeah, that one is really cool as well. And then, like, the multiplayer thing with the camera and stuff. The only thing we didn't know about this is, like, if there was, like, 3 people in front of the camera, would the camera detect all of them or just one? Now we have the answer. The camera can detect up to 4 people. So, yeah. That's about it. Oh, yeah. Up to 8 players in wireless play, which means you cannot populate a full lobby with wireless play. Local play, I mean, but yeah. You cannot make a full lobby of people with local play. You do have to have AIs. In fact, you have to have 75% AIs. Yeah. No, what am I missing? No, 66. It has to be 66% AI because it's a lobby of 24. So, since it's a lobby of 24, you only have 8 human players at maximum there on local play, so you have 16 AI players, which is not good. And then, yeah, like they just talk about, like, the online friends and stuff, and the map and stuff, and saying hello, talking with the voice chat. That's a cool picture, by the way. That's very funny. Yeah, but, like, of course, you would have recognized on this, it's the screen, it's the main screen of Super Mario Kart, I think it's called? The one on Super NES. Or just Mario Kart, I don't remember. I think it's just Mario Kart, right? But yeah, it's the one on Super NES, it's the main menu. And then, yeah, I just talk to people. The camera being able to recognize 4 people. Yeah, sure. Why not? And then there's nothing else. It's just like random stuff from the game. Oh yeah, the map is looking very familiar. The map is looking very familiar. The things you have to collect kinda reminds me of something. It's very funny that it's like that. They could have been very creative with it. And while you kinda have to keep the castle, the Peach's castle at the center, you could have put, I don't know, Bowser's castle close by as well. But that wouldn't explain why Mario has to go through 7 worlds to get Peach. Told you! If you do an open world Mario, the easiest way to do that would be to say, oh okay, you need 7 keys. That's probably what he's doing in the games, by the way, it's just getting keys. You have to collect 7 MacGuffins to enter the castle. Yeah. That's what he does in Wonder. by the way. He collects 6 royal seeds to get into Bowser's castle and save Peach. No, he doesn't save Peach, he just saves the castle. Yeah. So... it's like nothing. So like, it can literally be that. But you can also give the same option you have in Breath of the Wild, which is you can literally just go to Bowser and have all the boss fights from the castles in the last castle as well. So yeah, like that's not... it's fine. I think if you keep that particular map, it's gonna be a bit hard to find 7 spots for castles. I can see like 4. Yeah, don't forget that I don't count Peach or Bowser Castle. So, like, other than this, I can see 4 spots for castles. The forest, the ice mountain, the plains savanna thing, and the other side, the desert. That's the only 4 castles I can see that are not the main 2. So you either do only 4 like you did in Breath of the Wild, or you find a way to get 3 more. Maybe 4 would be the... meh, but why not? 4 more. We don't see Special World. They do mention Rainbow Road. Not by name, but they do mention Rainbow Road here, so... you could say, okay, Rainbow Road leads to the Special World and there's a castle there to get a key from. That doesn't seem like a big problem. You would just need to find a way to get the entrance of Special World guarded by something that requires an item that you get in Castle 3 or something like this. So that the player doesn't go straight through a Special World straight away. Or like they have to do the other 6 castle to get to Special World to finish, to get the seventh item. They need to open the door in Bowser's castle. If you want to do the full game, if you just want to run straight to Bowser, you can. But yeah. Yeah, what I'm saying is just I took that map, I took Breath of the Wild concept, put everything into Mario. That's all I just did here. I didn't do anything very bad, I just mentioned that they can do an open world Mario, but it's a bit of a hard thing, because you would need to determine if you want 4, if you want 7, if you want 5 castles, what do you want to do in between the castles, how do you access the castles, do you want some missions or something to get to the yeah, like, it would be hard, but it's not impossible. Like, if you keep that particular map, it's gonna be a bit hard. But I can see... I can see something happening with the swamp. That's near the... that's near the forest. Also, we need to remember Mario has an underwater castle somewhere. It's not clear, but there's a swamp up here. So what you could do is castle here, castle here, castle here, castle underwater, that's 4, castle here, that's 5, castle here, that's 6, you're just missing 1. You have underground as well? Yeah, you could put 7th underground, 8th on the Special World, and just have Bowser's Castle as the last one. And you will have the 7 Koopalings, plus either Bowser Jr. or Kamek or both as the 8th castle. That can work because Mario has a story that goes underground and underwater. So you have two castles that are basically hidden. One underwater and one underground. So if you count from this map the number of biomes that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So plus the 2, that's 7. You could say there's an 8th one here in the center, if you don't count Peach. There could be a 8th one here. And you're fine. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 underwater, 8th underground, and then Bowser's Castle, plus Peach's Castle for the start of the game. You have everything, and you can place every single Koopa Link plus Bowser Jr. in the game. Plus probably Kamek in the main castle. Yeah. And how do you make sense of the underground one? Maybe it's Bowser Jr. and it's the last castle you have access to? How do you make sense of the special world? I don't know. Maybe you don't do anything with it. Maybe it's just like extra content. Like once you get all the castles done, you have access to the special world in Peach's Castle via Rainbow Road or something like this. I don't know, but it would make sense, right? I do hope it would make sense, but like, yeah, it's an idea. Like, also the map being close to the one from Breath of the Wild is funny because it allows me to just compare the two. But yeah, well, like, basically what you would do is you would put if you talk Breath of the Wild stuff, you would put a castle in each of the spots where there's a dungeon in either Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, because there's two. Tears of the Kingdom is even better because there's underground stuff. There's even like something above, but we don't care about this. But yeah, there's even an underground there. So you would have, and there's a dungeon exclusively underground there as well. I don't remember if the fire temple is there as well, but you could have like the main 6 on the island, then the one underwater, because it's Mario, you have an underwater stuff to do, and then the one underground. It makes sense. It's the exact same map, but yeah. It's the same map with the 2 mountains inverted, that's all there is to it. But yeah. If you want to make a bit more sense, what I would say is that part here and that part, you swap them. And the map would make not 100% more sense, but like it would make more sense because you would have all the green in one side and all the orange on the other. But yeah, like the map looks a lot like Breath of the Wild's map, and that's it popped up in my head because that's the map they use, and also it's a game that's open world where you have free roam and collectibles all over the place. It's Breath of the Wild, guys, just with Mario Kart. It's the same thing. Down to the map, just with the 2 main mountains swapped. That's all. Yeah, I do remember that the desert one has the ice mountain above it because you get to the sword thing from the statue, right? And it's all snowy, yeah. So the 2 mountains are just swapped on Breath of the Wild's map, but it's the same map. It's the same map, the 2 mountains are swapped and the castle is slightly lower. That's it. But it's the same map. Anyways, I'm done with this because there's nothing else to say. So if you liked, well, feel free to follow the channel or subscribe on YouTube, because I'm gonna put that on YouTube. And tell me what you think about what I said about the map and maybe the Mario game that's a more open world, that's not Mario Kart. Tell me if my idea works or not. But in the meantime, maybe I will see you tonight. If that's the case, it will be with Isaac. If I don't, that's life. But yeah, I'll see you next stream anyways. So, that will go on YouTube tomorrow, and there's some videos going live today, so you can just check that. There was the Skyrim stream has gone out yesterday. I edited a lot of things yesterday and this just before the stream here. So there's a lot of content on the channel, so just go over there and check the channel. Subscribe if you want to, follow here if you want to as well, and I'll see you later. Peace out, restez sage, et filez.